follow the menu music.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Let's set up the first match.
Garrett's still typing that announcement.
So we're doing Acropolis. We'll wait for him to accept that. Oh, and he's pinging people, and it's making noise in my ear, and he still hasn't accepted the match. Wait, no, Fox, he has to accept the match.
Oh my god.
Oh my
I'm trying to close out of
goodness.
the stream so I don't have to hear it. Like also because I don't want to be caught for ghosting.
Yeah, that's illegal. Can't do that.
I'll leave it up in the background. Like I'm not gonna look at it. I have it muted. Literally, it's just to give it more followers.
Sure.
Or more view. Alright, you know what?
Anyway,
I have zero followers. I have zero watchers.
So let's get that stuff set up.
So are we doing? What time is the Overwatch tournament day? 8?
Yes.
Do I have to be red, or can I change my color?
You can change your color.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
I also posted that we'd be streaming that.
Alright. You guys ready to start your first match?
Yeah. I'll
What? Okay.
let me get my music up.
One person at a time.
Why don't you just type in chat RDY question mark?
No. Are you guys ready? Jeez. Alright. Game 1.
Alright, I'm muting my mic.
Yeah,
Let's have fun, Garrett.
Oh my goodness.
GL, HF, bye Brock, I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, so the way that's going to work here is we are going to have a best of 7 between the BearGrizz, or Fox, and Garrukcaller, or Garrett. Now, we're going to do it a little bit differently than usual, so the person that every round, one person is going to lose, obviously, and I'm going to pull them in, give them 1 minute, 60 seconds of coaching advice for their next match. Now, currently Garrukcaller is the higher seed of the two, I would say, based on his former play, but anything can change, especially with hard work and dedication, so we'll see how it goes along the way. So again, that's first to 4 or best of 7. Now, we're going to start off in the top left-hand corner. We have Garrukcaller. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the BearGrizz, sporting that SU Esports lovely logo. Alright. Now, we've got pretty much, obviously, standard opening from both people. Very interesting. Normally, Garrett, I'm going to call them by their names, obviously. So, Garrett, better known for his cheese in the previous matches against other colleges and against myself included. But it looks like this time he's going to go for a standard build. I respect that. I like it. Pretty standard builds coming out of both people. I'm very happy to see that. Not sure if this pylon needs to be there. You don't really, you know, if you're playing against Terran, you don't need to wall off. This should be this should be over here to block a Reaper from jumping up. This second pylon should be your pylon that helps you around here. You know, I mean, this isn't really doing much, to be fair, but you know, it's fine. He's gonna have a slow gas. BearGrizz, Fox already gonna have that gas going. He's gonna be in good shape for that, hopefully, Reaper to come out. I did talk to him yesterday about Reaper play, so we'll see if he does decide to go for that. Cybercore coming up for Garrett. Simulator about to finish. Very nice. We got the early expo. Lovely. A lot of times in the past he has seemed to have forgotten it, you know, but he's bringing it back. He's getting that command center going. This ICV just kind of chilling, waiting for his next task, but that's quite all right. So, looks like, let's see. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It appears Garrett has confused himself and forgot that he already got a Cybercore. So now he's going to have 2 going for Warp Gate. Let's see if he realizes it and cancels it. We'll come back to that. We've got the Tech Lab going for Fox. Very interesting. going for the factory, so it looks like he's going for siege tank play. Not really sure about how much I like that, but that's alright. Looks like Garrett's not going to realize that he's building another cyber core, and he's going to have 2 now, unless it's on purpose. We shall see in a second. He might be going for early air. I don't know why he wouldn't have a Stargate going already and the gas going in. Just now getting that. Getting a second base now. Pretty late, actually. He's doing the transfer, swapping. Probably going to build a reactor here. He's going for, I guess, what looks like siege tanks. So that's interesting. Interesting play. He hasn't gotten his orbital yet. So currently, okay, so he's going for Twilight. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to be frank. I have no clue. But we're going to find out over the next couple of minutes. Now, no add-on for the barracks. Got a siege tank coming. That's what I thought. Starboard on its way. So he's building the units. Still doesn't have that orbital on the second base, which is unfortunate. But hopefully he'll realize it soon. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm trying to guess. I'm gonna guess he's going for early charge, and then yeah, I don't know. Sorry. So we got siege tank on the high ground, going for another one. Again, still doesn't have this reactor or even building more. Yeah, he's not building enough units. He doesn't have the orbital. Build your orbital. All right, so he's not. He's got a pylon down here. So it looks like charge play. I mean, a nice transfer of pros, getting a second base saturated. That's fine. He transferred a few too many. I don't know why he did all that. I honestly am very confused. There's no charge coming in. I'm not sure what's going on. This tank eyeing down this probe, going to slaughter him in the most brutal of ways. So now we've got a Liberator on the way from Fox. Let's see if he can send some early harass down. Or not early harass, but just a little bit of harass down. We've got a pylon blocking the third base. Also potential for warping in. Here we go. Production increasing. He's going to go for DTs. So now Fox is on a timer. He doesn't have an engineering bay. He's got scan, but he might use it on Mule, so it's not very reliable, especially not with that second orbital, which he needs. So we got warp gate going up. That's nice. He's playing a little slow here. He's not getting his fourth gas, especially with TTs. He's getting a stalker for some reason. Right now, he needs to be getting that, like, I don't know, charge, blink, something out of this Twilight Council. Looks like he's just going to go straight for the DTs, though, but that's quite all right. So, thank you for the follow, Dicknent? Correct me if I said that wrong, but we appreciate it here. So, Liberator, not going to be used for harass, but that's all right. This siege tank, a little out of position. He's covering the ramp, but I would like to see it over here, or even back in the mineral line, somewhere where it's safe. But that's quite all right. Again, we got some barracks going down. So he's going for the tech. He's going for a Raven. I mean, this Raven's going to be huge. These tanks are going to take on. This Raven play might actually completely counter Garrett without even knowing this. Let's see. Let's look at his vision. He has no idea what's going on over here. But he's going to hard counter these DTs. If he can position this Raven in such a way that he won't be able to spot him, he's going to be so well off. Now, continuing with the siege tank production, very interesting. I would like to see a lot more Marines, though. He's only got a second barracks just now finishing, which is unfortunate, but that's all right. I would never go for the Raven, right? Like, this is a very interesting play without even knowing what's going on the other side. Like, he doesn't even... Look, his opponent could just not even be there. He has no idea. But, anyway, this Raven is going to hard counter this Garrett strat if he can do it. He's going for DT Blink. Oh my goodness. Alright, this is going to be a weird game, but I'm down with it. These DTs are going to think that they're going to sneak in, but oh man, is he wrong. He is going to be in a lot of trouble. We're going to go to Garrett's point of view for a quick second. Going for that +1 upgrade, most likely. Yes, +1. Going for air +1. It's almost finished, I believe. Very interesting choice. Charge on the way, finally, after a solid few minutes, but that's alright. Oh, Dick Nent is Nick Dent's disguise. Lovely, lovely. Well, glad you joined. So, we've got more DTs coming. Again, it looks like he's going to be in a world of hurt. This Raven is going to destroy his whole idea. Unfortunately, there goes so much gas. I believe it's 150, 150. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I believe it's 150, 150 for that. I believe it's 250, 250 and 50 for the High Templar. This one DT is putting in work, though. Now at 7 kills, 8 kills. 9 kills, and unfortunately, Fox is not really paying attention. You have to send the Raven over, or scan. Build your second orbital! Why is this? Oh my... No! No! Send the Raven over! Yes, thank you! Alright, that 1DT getting about 12 kills. Very unfortunate, but you hate to see it. Unfortunate. Oh no, this is not good. The SCVs are... You can tell he's flustered right now. That one bit of harass doing way more damage than it should have, but that's quite alright. He can recover. He can recover. He still needs his orbital. He's got plenty of siege tanks. Honestly, if he just went and attacked, he would just win. He's on a timer now. Like Fox is on a for sure timer. These 2 Stargates are going to finish. He's most likely going for the Fleet Beacon soon. Seeing dozens and dozens of games from Garrett, I can assure you he's going for that Fleet Beacon. Now going to go for his 3rd, get the pylons, nice. Unfortunately, Fox hasn't gone to check for, you know, what's going on here. The SCVs are still sitting there, and he can see that those are SCVs. Fox, what are you doing? Oh no. It looks like... What is he clicked on? I think he's making more units, but unfortunately, he doesn't realize that all of his SCVs are sitting there and not mining, and he's hard supply blocked with not a single... Oh no. He doesn't have any supply depots in production. He's hard supply blocked. And this is very, very bad for him. Okay, he's got his supply bag. I think he dropped a couple more supply. Yeah, he's been dropping... Oh man, he's not making good use of mules. He's down to only... Oh man, I mean, they're even on worker count. Wait, really? They're even on worker count? Hold on. What? He's got 44... 40... Okay, it says he has 45 workers. I don't see... Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot about all these workers. That's unfortunate. They're still sitting there. They're providing morale. Looks like he's moving out. Might be going to take his 3rd. That's nice. I like that. Unfortunately, his SCVs are, again, still attacking. I don't know if he's realized yet that those are SCVs and not Marines, but we'll see if he decides to expand. Again, I'm not sure what's going on right now. I'm curious to see what he looks to expand into. He's got the off-color Fleet Beacon from everything else. Everything else is dark, has a skin on it, except the Fleet Beacon. That's alright. He'll get it eventually. I'm not sure what I think he's looking for proxy pylon elsewhere, because he has played against Garrett. He does know what to expect. But unfortunately, he does not know that his SCVs need to be on the mineral line, and he needs to be making a 3rd base. This orbital is nowhere to be seen on that 2nd, but that's quite unfortunate too. Not much of an army coming from Garrett, because he is pumping out those Void Rays, and most likely carriers soon now that he has that Fleet Beacon. I would like to see some Tempests from him instead of carriers. It looks like he's going to go for an attack, actually, which could actually... Okay, this could be... Oh, no! 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 Oh, no! This is a slaughter! Oh, no! He's freaking out. He's losing it. He's losing it. Oh no! He lost half of his army right there. I mean, he's got a solid army, and if he just attacked, he would win. 4 Void Rays are not going to do anything versus this army. A bunch of Liberators, so much of Marines shooting at the... He can't do anything. He just needs to attack a move over, and he'll be fine. But that's alright. We'll see what he decides to do in the future, but meanwhile, Templar Archive's coming. He looks like he's going for Storm, maybe? I don't think that's the play, considering this is pretty much a mech army with a few Marines and Marauders thrown in there. That's a lot of tech lads. I don't think... let's look at upgrades real quick. Yeah, not a single upgrade from the BearGrizz or Fox. So no stim, no +1, no nothing really. So meanwhile, I believe he still hasn't realized his SCVs aren't on the mineral line, but he is going for his 3rd. So that's an improvement. That's something. That's something he's got going for him. These Liberators are going to get targeted down. Not going to do anything. He should have definitely let them before. Garrett shows that he has Blink now. Hopefully Fox realized that. Meanwhile, just building up his fleet. He's going to send out his army. Now this army is going to get demolished if he actually does attack. If he comes in from the top up here, he might be good. If he goes straight down into here, he's going to get demolished by 2 or 3 siege tanks. He has a lot of siege tanks. How many? 8 siege tanks, but only 2 are sieged up. And Garrett, running up the ramp, is going to lose a few Stalkers. That's very unfortunate. It looks like Fox is about to move out with his whole army. And okay, well, never mind. I take it back. Fox is staying back in. Oh, He might be. He looks like he's moving out. And he's gonna sit on the ramp. All right, so Fox is gonna sit on the ramp. Garrett's gonna leave his army there. Meanwhile, going for a robo for some reason. I'm not sure. Maybe a warp prism, but going for the robo. Meanwhile, still not making units in a Stargate. He's got plenty of minerals, plenty of gas. Fox is keeping his mineral count down, which is actually very impressive. His supply is up at almost about 40, about 45 now, which is pretty nice, yeah, no, he's not moving up, DOS Boss, unfortunately. But it looks like he is moving out now. 3 Liberators to be able to zone out, a couple Ravens to detect the Dark Templar, and a very solid army. Unfortunately, Garrett is sending out half of his army, his entire fleet, to meet out, and it's going to get caught by the Marines, the Liberators, and he's going to go down! He's going to catch all of them off guard! Oh no! What a turn of events! He's going to be on the run. Let's see if Garrett's going to be able to do anything. Oh, it looks like he's turning... Oh, Fox is just going for the bait. Okay, what's going on right now? Oh, he's turning around. He's going back for it, losing all of his tanks right now. Unfortunately, the Ravens are going to go down. The Void Rays are charged up. Those are going to go down. I don't know why he's sieging up the siege tanks, because they can't shoot up. They can't shoot up! Anyway, so the boy, he's going to make it out a couple things. He's going to send it back around to his base. Meanwhile, Fox is going to persist and move up into the base, where there is absolutely nothing to contest. Meanwhile, the reinforcements of Fox are going to take out these back units. A Raven is also back here to kill that Dark Templar. Fox is going to move his entire army back to defend this, because why not? Move everything. Hotkey do not exist at this rank. Another orbital not being made. He finally made the orbital at the second. I'm so proud of him. But not the third. No gases at the third. But it's okay, because he's got his 3 barracks, his 1 factory, and his 1 starport in his main to make all of these units. He is going to find the army. This Raven is here. The DT is going to go down. Half of Garrett's army is going to go down. Meanwhile, the army supply, 122 to 279. Again, about 50 supply lead. He's going to find the army of Garrett, the air army, I should say. The fleet is... The carriers are now beginning to arrive, but it doesn't matter, because this fleet is going to go down miserably. And this one Liberator getting a couple little tickles, and it looks like, yeah, there we go. So now these Void Rays, these Tempests are going to die. Bunch of High Templar, bunch of Dark Templar, some Zealots, a couple Stalkers, +3, I believe, upgrades. Let's look. Yeah, I believe that is +3 is on the way. Yep, and so. A couple carriers coming out. I guess the Cybercore was on purpose, because he is going for air upgrades. He has so many upgrades, and unfortunately, okay, so it looks like Fox is going to attack. SCVs finally being sent home. Thank you for your service, SCVs. No, still a bunch. Okay, he's got a bunch left over, though. These Marines are going to try to go up the ramp. Unfortunately, again, upgrades are non-existent for Fox, so this is going to be the losing race. He's going to siege up his tanks. He's going to lose all of his units to the Dark Templar, because his Ravens don't exist. These siege tanks are going to kill a few High Templar, some Stalkers, and the rest of the army, but unfortunately, he just doesn't have the detection, and these DTs are going to shred through everything. Very unfortunate, but he's going to have to go back with what he's got. He's got another Raven. It's very back and forth right now. Very, very close game, I will say. Again, 30 supply in favor of Fox. Minerals being racked up by both players. Gas being racked up by both players. We shall see who's going to make their 4th base first. Let's get a little impromptu poll going in the chat. I just want to know what you guys think. Who is going to build the 4th base first? And what time? These Dark Templar are going to get denied hard by those Ravens. Some siege tanks spread out. I like the spread of the siege tanks. This is very nice. I like it. Orbital going for the 3rd. Let's see if he gets the gas, and maybe even the 4th base. These 2 carriers going to go around, try to get a little bit of a snipe, I guess. I don't know what they're going for. Unfortunately, Fox not going to see it. He's too busy looking over here. He's moving to the other side of the map. If we look over here, Garrett, busy making pylons. Sending these carriers in. The music matching up so well with what's about to happen. The ominous and foreboding events. These SCVs sitting here doing nothing, going to get taken out by the carriers. Let's see what's going to happen. Meanwhile, these Liberators doing some damage. If we look over here, there is technically reinforcements from Fox, but he's just going to lose all of the SCVs at his main base. Fox not pushing up the ramp. He's just sitting there, like, waiting to be let in like a vampire, but it looks like Garrett says, no, you will not be let in. I'm going to build cannons and keep you out. This Marauder going to take down that cannon. But they're just knocking on this door. Carrier realizing it's going the wrong way. Fox is going to run up the ramp. He decided he's going to go in. I don't care about what you say to me. These cannons mean nothing. Meanwhile, the Carrier's taking out all these Marines, all of these units. But these siege tanks are going to set up. These Zealots are going to get wrecked if they try to go in here. Actually, maybe not, because they have +3 and charge. Ah, it looks like they will. These Marines, Marauders, going to take out. Liberators protecting them. Siege tanks unsieged for some reason, but interesting. Meanwhile, he's going to start ripping at the base. High Templar going down. Robo-Fac going down. Pylons. Everything going down. Meanwhile, one carrier left is going to be full health, still taking out this barracks, because that's what's important, you know? Unfortunately, this means he can't really produce any more units to back up his what he's got. Storm, a huge storm coming down, another huge storm coming down, and it looks like Garrett is going to be able to hold after a little bit of work. The High Templar throwing their water balloons. That's one Marine going in. He's going to just run away, like, wait for me. Unfortunately, Fox is... Okay, that's not how that works at all. You can't do that. And it looks like Garrett might be taking the victory here. Now, this game might go on for a little bit longer. This one Marine left standing and looking in awe at this Nexus as he realizes he's the only one left alive. 3 High Templar gonna... Okay. This... No, don't... No, okay. That's... Again, oh, jeez. Alright, so, Marines trying to desperately... Okay. That's a rip in the chat. So, we've got the barracks of Fox going down. All of his production is gone, or at least, basically he's unable to make any Marines that will live past the 2-second mark. Garrett not keeping up with his macro. The army supplies are somehow even. I don't know how. Worker supply are also somehow even, and the gas and mineral count of both players is ridiculously high. And it looks like after a very, very close base trade, we've got the 4th base being built. I don't know if he realizes he can lift up his command centers from the bases that are empty and can relocate them. But this one carrier putting in work. Both players going for their 4th bases now, actually. So if you voted that Fox was going to be the first person to build it, you would have been correct. Whether you said it or not, I'll give you the moral victory there. But this one siege tank prepared to hold down this command center. Still no gases at the 3rd base, but who needs gas at this point? These Marines valiantly going for the shield of the carrier. It's going to move on, and it's going to find this siege tank that's going to just look angrily at it as it moves on and kills... Wait. Okay, as it kills all the STVs. There we go. More Marines coming to kill... Oh, and they're gonna die. And so, meanwhile... Another Robo-Fac going down, bunch of gateways, probes being transferred, 3 more carriers on the way, 4 Stargates though, so he could definitely be building more. And it looks like, unfortunately, yeah, it's looking very, very, very poor. He's got more barracks being built. If only he... yeah, that's game! Alright! So, what we're gonna do now is we are going to take the BearGrizz or Fox into a private chat, and we are going to talk to him for exactly 1 minute. You can see the APMs very close to each other, 83 and 81. And now we're going to hear what Fox has to say. Where did he go? Let's bring him in.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey!
Basically everything was...
I'm moving Garrett. Alright. So. Okay, so here's what's interesting. I have a minute. Okay, so what happened was you had a way bigger army. You had about 30 army supply lead, 40 army supply lead. You went up, you ran up the ramp and just died. The DTs killed you. He had not even really a strong air army. What you need to do is you need to keep your production up. After you have that 1-1-1, you want to keep building barracks. You should have like 5 or 6 barracks on like 2 base. And then once you have 3 base, like 8 barracks. Like you should have a boatload of barracks. I'm fine with the Marines. You had a really nice army comp. It was really good. I liked it. You were keeping it up, imagine having like 3 times the amount of production. Your SCV count was good. Make your orbital command center and drop mules. Don't drop supply. Make your supply depots as you need them. Don't drop supply on top of the supply depots. Just make mules. They'll give you so much minerals. Don't forget your gas on your 3rd base. You did that. Keep in mind, get your 4th base way earlier because you had plenty of minerals. You did a good job keeping your mineral count down, which was good. But again, keep your supply, keep your production going. What's up? Any comments?
That's about it. I just don't know how to actually do combat very well.
Yeah, that's all right. Just keep in mind, once you have like 5 siege tanks, push out. You bring. You should also make some medevacs too, not just liberators. Make like 4 or 5 medevacs, then push out with some siege tanks. Do all that stuff. Set up and try to kill him. The Raven was really nice because you did counter his DTs even though you didn't know they were coming. But don't forget, you can scan from your orbital command center and see the DTs. So, but that's all I got. Hopefully, you'll be able to do better in the next round, and we are going to hop on into it. I'm gonna move Garrett back in and mute myself.
Cool.
All right, next map is going to be Thunderbird. And we're going to wait for them to accept. How's everyone doing that is watching? I hope you are having a good Sunday afternoon / evening. We're going to get this next game set up. It is now... Let's see if we can get... All right. All right. Gonna wait for them to say that they're ready, and we're gonna move on to the next game. And it looks like, here we go. Thunderbird, Garrukcaller up 1 and 2-0. Here we go. Now, Thunderbird is known for its pretty. It looks like a very short map, but because of the middle of the map, and you have to run across again, it's actually a pretty long rush distance. So it's not the best for rush. It's good for macro. You got those 2 bases pretty tucked into your near your main. The 4th base is pretty exposed on both sides. You get the mineral wall walling off the 3rd and other potential 4th. But in the top left-hand corner, we're getting into it. Your current leader, Garrukcaller, playing Protoss. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the BearGrizz. Now, you guys were able to hear his commentary. You know, he said what he was confused about. We told him what he needed to do. We'll see if he makes any improvements, if he makes any regressions, but we shall find out in this second match. I don't know how to shift the points up by 1. I only know how to do it by 10. So that's pretty inconvenient, obviously. Wait, oh, wait, never mind. Nope, doesn't work. All right. Anyway. Nope, doesn't work. All right. So, 1-0. Meanwhile, got the barracks, the refinery. Refinery. And, yeah, same build from both players. So, it's looking pretty interesting. Nobody's trying anything crazy. They're, again, going for that wall. I don't know if he realizes he doesn't need the wall, but we'll see. Again, a good wall spot is... I mean, he's going to be able to jump up from anywhere. But, walling off this area is not too bad of an idea. Or, just keeping your stuff here. Just something to keep it a little closer to you. You don't need it up here. But, looks like, we'll see what he goes for. See, I forgot to mention the Reaper to him, but I don't want to confuse him too much. I want him to stay comfortable with what he's got. But we'll see if he decides to do it on his own. Obviously, he's not going to go for a Reaper, but... he might go for that factory soon. Going for the second refinery early on. And it looks like he's going to go for that expansion. Meanwhile, we have a second gateway. So we're going 2 gateway, probably into an expansion. Yep, there it is. And then the Cybercore will come down probably right... oh, well, that's, yeah, that's good. And then Cybercore will come after that, I'm guessing. Meanwhile, we've got the Tech Lab for the factory. Not sure if he... I think it's an interesting way to go about it. He's dropping the mule. I like it. I would say... oh, he's moving... what's going on? That's a really early move. Let's see. Not a big fan of this. He could be still producing units. But... see if he builds an add-on. Hopefully he does. Meanwhile, Garrett going for that second gas. Going for the Cybercore. Very late Cybercore, actually. That should have been down a while ago. Nope, not another add-on. He's just going to make another Marine. That's very unfortunate. Hopefully he'll remember to build the add-on, considering this Tech Lab just sitting there minding its own business. Meanwhile, a couple Zealots being pumped out by Garrett. We'll see if he tries to do some kind of early attack. I'm not sure. Otherwise, you don't really need those Zealots. Like, it's just a waste of your minerals. I mean, he's got a nice amount of minerals because he's just not building much. But ideally, you would want to have that money saved. Got a siege tank going down, a couple of Marines queued up. He needs to build that starport. I mean, if you're gonna go for the 1-1-1, you need that starport immediately after. I like this Light Deep over here to scout for anything coming in. But yeah, definitely need that starport coming up. More barracks. He's building the orbital, so he did remember that. Let's see if he remembers the waypoint as well. Yeah, so Garrett's going to send out a couple of zealots. Now, this isn't going to do anything, provided... honestly, it's not going to do anything, period. This siege tank's going to be able to siege up. Not going to get much damage done. Garrett, keeping that economy going. He keeps transferring his probes. I'm not sure why. He doesn't actually need it. He's chrono boosting out his warp gate. So, now, with... The thing, a little note about that is when you chrono boost out Warp Gate, that usually means you're trying to get a little more aggressive, trying to go in and attack early, potentially with Adept, something like that. But there's no need to chrono boost out Warp Gate if you're not going for early attack, usually. Now, again, okay, so we got Charge coming in a lot earlier than last game. He's chrono boosting that instead. So it looks like he's going to go for a very aggressive play. These Marines are going to... Oh, he's microing back the Marines. I like this. I like this move. He's going to be able to put... The Zealots are going to run up the ramp. He doesn't have the supply depot built there to wall it off, and this Zealot's going to get in and see everything going on in the space. These Marines are going to chase after, but they're not going to be... Oh, the SCVs are pulled to kill the Zealot, and they get it! And he goes right back on in production. Very nice. Not a bad hold. He needs to get the stim. I told him... I did talk to him yesterday about stim. And it does come from the tech lab. Hopefully he remembers to get it. Otherwise, there's no point at all of having that tech lab on there if you're not going for Marauders. Dropping down some more mules. I like it. I like it. Meanwhile, you know, we got... He needs... Okay, so the thing that he needs to be doing over here for Garrett is... yeah, we got the Zealot charge. We got the Zealots being made. But, you know, he could just cancel and make it, and they'll immediately turn into Warp Gate. He's got a forge going. He needs production, though. He needs to be getting that robo out so he can get the warp prism. I mean, if you're going to do this build, you got to go with the warp prism and like 4 warp gates at least by this time. Some more zealots going to be sent in. Not sure if he realizes why. Unfortunately, oh man, this is unfortunate. This is very bad, very, very bad. These zealots are going to die. Unfortunately, Fox, what I was trying to say is he did not siege up on the high ground here, which would be really nice. This is a really great spot for a tank. It looks like he's going up there. That's great. I love to see it. But those zealots actually should have just run up here, especially if he's doing wall off. He's got some medevacs going. Again, not building an add-on that he needs. He does have a reactor on here. I like that. But he definitely needs to keep his unit production. he is waypointed down there, so he's doing all right. Some stalkers coming in. And a Robofac. So now he's finally getting his Robofac, several minutes late actually. He needs to have that second gas if he wants it, and that third base by now, if he's not going to go for that aggressive play early on. So he's going for a triple Robo. Wow. I guess Colossus, or he's probably going to go Immortal, but I would love to see some Colossus if he's going to go for a triple Robo. I've never seen that before. Supply depots are on the way. One SCV is going to build them all because he's the only one licensed. He's the only one who has the major in engineering, so he's the only one who can build them. So, oh my goodness, he is taking my advice to heart, building 4 more... Oh no. Oh no. It looks like the only other SCV that has a degree in engineering is forced to build 4 barracks. This is bad. I would have loved to have seen him take a few more off. And choose to build, you know, separately. But, you know, eventually he'll get that production. And eventually he'll get that supply back online. Meanwhile, Garrett, warping in some more, making +1. He's going for... Okay, he's getting for the warp prism. So we'll see if he goes it for any harass. He's getting a 3rd gateway, which is very late. He should have at least 6 by now. Preferably 8, especially when you're getting that 3rd and when you have that many minerals, but that's alright, he's getting there. Nice, I like the army, he's going for a decent army, he just needs the production. I like the Marauders, he doesn't get stim, he still doesn't have upgrades, and I think I didn't mention to him about the upgrades and how that definitely helps. So, but eventually figured out, he's getting more Marines going for the 3rd, I like it. 3rd base finishing for Garrett, so he's going to have that a lot sooner, +1 armor going down. These robos are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Another forge going. I don't mind the other forge, but if you're gonna have 3 robos, at least build something with them, as that is about what, 600, 300 in cost. He is now doing something. What is he doing? Immortals, because it's not awful. I would just rather see Colossi, but you know, you get what you get. So meanwhile, Fox is making a decent amount of army. He's finally finished his 2nd barracks of the 4. He hasn't built add-ons for them, unfortunately, but eventually they'll come. We got a tech. Probably going to build another Raven. Wait, oh, that was this starport. So he's going for an armory. He's going for his okay, so he's going for upgrades. I'll give him that. But it's the wrong upgrades. So, we'll get there. Okay, so he has a decent amount of siege tanks. That's not bad, not bad. 6 siege tanks. Going for a Hellion for some reason. Oh my goodness, we got Stim. We have Stim, ladies and gentlemen, at 8 minutes 50 seconds. Stim is on the way. Probably 8 minutes 30 seconds. But we will have Stim this game, and we love to see it. I don't know if to be honest, I don't know if he knows how to use it, but he has it, and that's what matters. That's what matters. Meanwhile, he's building another tech lab. I'd love to see the rest of these, honestly, as reactors. He doesn't really need more than 2 tech labs for his barracks. That's plenty of marauders. He's got a nice-sized army going up. His army supply is up by 20 now, which is really, really nice. Although, it looks like is he going for immortal drops? Wait a minute. I don't know if this was an accident and he accidentally clicked on it and it's in there, or if he's going for immortal drops. I don't think they can get out. I would love to see an immortal drop in this game, but I don't think we are going to. We have a Thor. Thors are on the way, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to see some Thors going down. This is going to be amazing. We have no supply on the way, unfortunately. He is hard supply blocked. Both players are supply blocked, and this is very unfortunate. What is going on? Okay, 5 RoboFacts for Garrett. I don't know what's going on. He's also hard. He's got some more pylons on the way, but 5 RoboFacts for him, and a RoboBay on the way. So we'll see if he goes for Colossi or Disruptor or what he does. But these Thors, this is going to be an interesting fight. And I feel like it's going to be one fight and then that's going to be it. But we got 18 SCVs on a 1 mineral patch. Moving out is Fox. And it looks like he's going to be going in for an attack. And this could actually be the perfect timing. Unfortunately, because he doesn't have marine upgrades, he's going to be really lackluster on that. I like that he left a few siege tanks back. He brought a few up. It'd be nice, though, if he did have a few more siege tanks in this army, and maybe one other Thor. The medevac has a Marauder in it who's scared to fight, probably chickened out in training, and is now forced to go out into battle, but that's quite alright. We're going to move on with that. These Immortals stuck in the main, I believe. I don't think he can actually get out of there, and this could be a huge disaster if he's not able to. Garrett going down with the Photon Cannons, his army coming up the ramp, getting ready. These siege tanks, hopefully he sieges. Okay, well, he's just going to sit at the ramp and knock on the door again. And it looks like he's going to go push on. These siege tanks need to siege up right now. He needs to siege the tanks. Siege your tanks. Siege the tanks. Ah! You have siege tanks. Siege them. Fox. No? Oh, no. Oh, no. The siege tanks are going to... I mean, that's not the end of the world. These Immortals are stuck in the main. Keep that in mind. So he would have to manually move them down. The Warp Prism has one in it as well. He has 4 Immortals that could be doing damage right now, but they are not. The Zealots are going to take up a little bit. They're going to take out a few units before they go down, but it's not going to be enough. He's got full 3 base saturation, so does Garrett. He's going to push up. He's going to deny the +2 armor, I believe. Colossi are on the way, though, and this could be the negator. We'll see if he's able to get out this. If he can take out the second base, if he just targets it down right now, he might be able to do a lot of damage. Oh, no, these 2 Colossi are going to come in alone, though, but I think he should be able to kite them back. Unfortunately, this Thor is there. This one Colossus is going to go down. He needs to back this Colossus up before it gets down. And it's going to go down too. He needs to take out this third. These 2 Immortals are going to come in by themselves too. And these are going to go down. It looks like Fox might be in a really good position right now. Going back into it, he's got a few more units being made. Plenty of Marines and Marauders here that he didn't waypoint or build production on, unfortunately. But this Nexus is going to go down. These probes are going to go down. And Garrett is now struggling hard to make a comeback. 5 RoboFacts and none of them making anything. Not the situation you want. This Thor is still alive somehow, and it is putting in work. It has 13 kills. It's taken out this Immortal, and these Immortals are stuck. The Zealots are stuck. This is the worst case scenario. This Immortal is blocking off everything behind it that wants to come out, and these Zealots are going to be able to finish everything up. That Thor going down, but a very, very efficient and effective attack by Fox. Plenty of units left in his base to take over the mantle for when he needs to. A lot of supply depots down. He's not going to be supply locked anymore. He needs to build his gas, though. That's definitely the next step, but he'll get there soon. Looks like he might be getting ready to go out. He needs to bring all of these units, though. I mean, he could just go up and finish him off. I don't know if he is aware of that, but it looks like Garrett currently only on 5 gateways, and though he has the upgrade advantage, he doesn't have the units. And if he had the units, he would be in a much better position. I do like the 6. It looks like he decided to stop at 6 barracks, but you know, it's much better than before, so I'll take it. Meanwhile, 49 of 16 SCVs on one base. I don't know if he realized yet or not that he can move these to another base. Looks like he's going to build one over here. That's quite alright, I'll take it. But Garrett looking to... Oh, it looks like Garrett's going to expand over to this 4th base as well at the same time. Again, I don't know what's going on. Garrett has so many resources, but he's just not making units. Like, oh, and he's deciding to build a bunch of cannons instead. So we're going into the late game, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a long game. Buckle in, as Fox is going to go for another attack. Roughly the same army size, and forgetting half of his army in his base. No, you need to bring your units. That's why they're there. He did build more reactors, but he's got to keep making them, and he's now supply blocked. He is maxed out. I will give him that. Unfortunately, he's only bringing half of his army supply here. Now, we'll see if he decides to push up this ramp. Technically, he easily can, because all Garrett has are some Colossi, some Immortals. He needs to siege up these tanks now. They need to be sieged up. Siege up your tanks. There you... Oh, he sieged... Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's a little late now. 1 Immortal going to go down, and 1 Colossus. But that's not going to be enough. That is not a good trade. Somehow still has twice the army supply, though, because he's just constantly making units. The only problem is all of his units are in his main, and this is going to be very bad. He doesn't have his engineering bay. He doesn't have the gases over here. He doesn't. I don't think he knows he can mine out these mineral patches, but he's got the 4th base. This is one. Okay. So 1 Immortal, 1 Colossus, and a Dream. So it looks like he's going to attack... What? Looks like he's going to attack into it. I'm not sure if he knows that they're there, or if he's just... Okay, I think he does know. I need to move the... Oops. Move this out of your way. Sorry about that, folks. So you can see everyone's stuff. So hopefully you can see that now. Now, this Colossus is dancing around. It's still in the base. Fox is very much trying to kill this. And eventually might. 2 more Colossi coming now. He's just wasting these Colossi at this point. Not sure why. I think it was a misclick. That Colossus is going to go down. That is a lot of medevacs. It's not bad. He's got his Marines finally down at the rim, and it looks like he might be able to start going for a real attack here. It's still 59 SCVs. All of his SCVs are on this one patch, and that's not what you want to see. You want to have him on this base over here, but it looks like it's a lot. Garrett finally building his gateways, going for the Stargates now. His classic and iconic playstyle is air. So let's see if he goes on that. Finally moving his probes that were doing absolutely nothing, having a coffee break in the main, moving them down to the 2nd base. Fox is going to push out with his gigantic force of Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and a Siege Tank and a Thor. I would like to have seen a couple more Siege Tanks out there. Honestly, he could have just picked up everything and gone and won, because he has twice the amount of army supply. But you can only ask for so much. The main issue I have here is he does not have combat shields. He does not have, let me check, yes, he only has ship weapons +1/+1 and stim. And I don't think he's used stim at all this game. Yeah, no, he hasn't. And this Raven is going to go down. Not like he really needed it, though. He's going to get caught up in the ramp. These Zealots are going to go down instantly. There's so much healing on these medevacs, though, that he might be able to deal. 3 Archons might prove to be a challenge, but not if they're only alone. And it looks like he's going to get targeted down. These Colossi are going to take out every... No! He focus fires the Colossus instead of just A-moving and killing the Archons. If he just stayed close... Oh, no. He might be able to target down the Colossi, though. He does have a lot of units. This is not looking good, and it looks like these Colossi are going to clean up every last one of Fox's units. Very sad way to go, and Garrett's able to hold. Meanwhile, Fox going to continue building up his army in hopes that he is able to progress and eventually break through Garrett's fortress of buildings. Meanwhile, 3 Immortals. Let's look at the units tab real quick. We have 88 SCVs, about 10 too many, I would say. 40 to 49 probes, 9 medevacs, 27 Marines versus 3 Zealots, 3 Immortals, and 3 Colossus. This is his army. This is his army. Oh, wow, that is a lot of High Templar. Unfortunately, half of Fox's army supply is in medevacs. He could still win this game so easily if he just built upgrades. And it would be such a shame if he lost. He is finally building another barracks. Unfortunately, he didn't build the reactor here, which could count as another barracks. So it's a much cheaper version of one. Not that he's really hurting on that economy. But it looks like Fox might be about to push out. He's got some Liberators now. That's what I like to see. You really want to see these Liberators zoning out the Zealots, zoning out the Archons, making sure that you can get the damage that you need in. Especially if you have... wait, where's... Is he... Okay, and Garrett is going to take a sneak 5th base, it looks like. Fox, not really interested in the idea that there might be a 4th base, and instead decides that he's going to again push up the same, push up the same ramp. What is he doing? Okay, I think he's finally decided to expand. He's very, very low on minerals, actually. He's on about 1 base worth of minerals. And it looks like Fox is going to find the 4th base finally, and he's going, okay, well, you know, that's not... Okay, and he realized that's not a good idea. I think he got a little excited. Unfortunately, this cannon's going to find him. He's going to move away. The probes are just going to die. This Liberator is going to siege up on the mineral line. Unfortunately, right on top of the cannon. Not the smartest play. But, no, oh, this hurts to watch. He just goes up the same ramp instead of killing the 4th base. And he's going to lose all of his Marines and siege tanks. Oh, no. These medevacs are gonna... Oh, no. These Marines are gonna get caught off, and they're going to... Wait, he didn't A-move? Okay, now they're gonna get caught off and killed, and it looks like Garrett is going to go ahead and finish this game once and for all. 90 SCVs to 45. Twice the amount, exactly. Now, it looks like Garrett's going to finish this game off quite handily. This one Liberator not going to be able to do nearly enough. He's going to get the Archon, but again, this many High Templar, that many Storms, these 2 Void Rays are going to go on the backline and just find these SCVs just so alone. We'll see if he does kill him. It doesn't look like it. He's going to A-move in, and he's going to just loot his Void Ray. 1 Void Ray goes down. These medevacs still sitting here. It might be nice to have those medevacs back at home, but it looks like he doesn't need them. And these Zealots are gonna charge up the base. Siege tanks doing so much damage. Oh my gosh, huge storms. Colossi run right in. Their mortals are gonna do so much damage. The tank's going down. Storm on absolutely nothing. And it looks like this is the one Liberator and a Dream is the idea. The siege tank's going to die. He's gonna siege it up right in front. Not sure that's the best place to put it. You know, it's looking very, very bad now. Army supply now in Garrett's favor. This Archon's going to go down, unfortunately. That Marauder really wants to take out that Archon, but will not. 60. Oh no! Please don't do it. Please don't do it. This I've never seen 61 SCVs all die at once, and I think I'm about to see it. Oh my goodness! 61 SCVs go down all at the same time. This base never ever used. Liberator's going to try to siege up and catch those off guard. Some siege tanks are set up. He might actually be able to hold. All of the Protoss units are very low. The last Colossus does go down, trying to siege up and catch those Immortals. Again, Medevac's just sitting there. Meanwhile, Garrett's still on. You know, he's got a better better economy, better of a lot of things. Especially now that Fox only has 13 workers, from 90 to 13. And it's looking very, very bleak and very grim. It looks like it's game, but oh, this is definitely game over. Unfortunately, Garrett not actually following through and attacking. Meanwhile, these 2 Liberators are going to try to cover this ramp with their lives. And so these Immortals and our High Templar are going to head back. Maybe we'll find the medevacs that are still been here for about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. A 24-minute game, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see how much longer it goes on. Now, going back, no production from the Robo Effect. I mean, if you look at production right now, it's very, very low. A few SCVs being made. Garrett's switched into air, it seems. I guess Medevac's finally being called. Oh, wait. Yep, there we go. Being called home. And it looks like Fox is building up his army still. For better or worse. Got some Marines, some Marauders being made. He just hasn't figured out that he needs to switch off of this bio with that many Colossi. And that's why I said earlier in this game that it would have been nice to see Colossi, because it will shoot him down. He is going to start building some SCVs on his 5th base. Or 4th base, sorry. I guess 3rd at this point. Unfortunately, everything is rallied to this space instead. He's not building an orbital here. He seems to have become a little flustered, I will say. Not building that orbital, but Garrett saturating that 5th base now. Building some more gateways. A couple Void Rays. I don't know why these Void Rays are here. I don't know what their purpose is. Got the Fleet Beacon too. Seems he's just taking a while to get to where he needs. I don't think he has the gas. Yeah, that seems to be the case. He very low on gas. Only 1 in there, none in here. Yeah, he's not really getting much. But it's better than Fox, who is currently at 0. So he's not going to be getting any more gas for a little while. 2 more. I would love to see battle cruisers. To be honest, that'd be probably one of his better bets. But it looks like he's Vikings. Please tell me you're not about to build a bunch of medevacs. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. 1 Raven on the way, because why not? Still no orbital. Again, rallied to the wrong command center. Garrett finally going to move out, and this might be both players moving out. We're gonna have a clash in the middle of the map, and it looks like if Garrett's not A-moved, this is gonna be, oh no, Garrett was not A-moved for the first bit of the fight, but that's not going to matter. Oh no, the Colossi just walked right in. They're not A-moved, but the storms are going to storm every unit of Fox's, even some of his own for some reason, and it looks like Garrett. Oh, and is Garrett retreating? Please don't. No. Go. Alright. He does warp in around his Zealots. Kills the 4th base. Very, very good. I like that. Very good play. Unfortunately, he's still sitting back. He's now going to try to... It looks like he's about to try to take Gulf the Ramp. He is going to. Oh, going to walk back because he decides 2 Liberators are going to deny his entire army from going in. These Stalkers are going to be stuck here. Now they're going to blink through. And it looks like he's going to go for the little bit of a cheeky little backhand, but this siege tank is going to deny them hard. Meanwhile, Fox's only production lies with these 11. Oh my gosh, holy mules! It's looking very grim for Fox, and I guarantee we have a lot of commentary to give him to improve. So Garrett sitting here waiting, not moving on, still not filling up his gases, even though that's what he really needs right now. Not building his air, anything else. This SCV is going to dodge a lot of Zealot charges, but not enough. Meanwhile, Fox sending out these SCVs, trying to get them to this base so he can start making something out of this game that he is currently losing very, very badly. But all the mules go down now. His supply is his economy is going to drop very quickly. He needs to build these gases. He needs to keep building units. He doesn't have the production needed, and it looks like he is indeed, unfortunately, making more medevacs. You don't need more medevacs. You have, what, 7 Marines? You gotta make Liberators, Battle Cruisers. These Zealots are going to find this base. Oh. I think. Oh, yeah, these Zealots are going to find this base. And it looks like it's about. Oh, and wait a minute. Garrett was going to build an expansion on this base, apparently. So the SCVs go to work on the pylon. And now they decide to run away. Fox building up his army ever so slightly. Another Thor on the way. These units still sitting here. It doesn't look like he's made any units in the past 5 minutes of the past fight. I don't know what's going on anymore. These Zealots are going to get called off. That one Zealot's going to get destroyed. Unfortunately, he loads up 8 Marines into this medevac, and I don't think he knows how to get them out of there. Still never used his stim, unfortunately. And it's looking very, very bleak for him. This command center, I don't think he's going to lift it. It's going to go down. Just lift it. Stalker's coming in. This Raven's here, just helping provide vision, I guess. Not really going to do too much. These Marines are going to get destroyed if they don't kill these Zealots fast enough. Yeah, this is looking very, very bad. More Zealots coming in. The Stalker's trying to pull back. This Thor is going to get taken down. Meanwhile, Garrett sending his army up the ramp. He's going to lose his to few. He did an A move. A move here. Oh no! But he's still okay. Well, he still gets some of his army through, and that's gonna be game to Garrett. Hello, Braden. How are you? All right. So we're gonna bring in Fox into the chat for another 1 minute talk. See if we can figure out what was going on in his brain and real quick help him out. All right.
He kicked you out last time.
Alrighty.
Brock was yeah. Get ready. I'm ready for it. Shit talking already.
All right. So I'm gonna move.
Shit talking.
All right. So first of all, all right. So I'm gonna give you. We'll try to do it a minute, maybe a minute and a half. But okay. So I want to just explain to you. So, Stim, I saw you got it. I like it. I was happy. So with your opener, what you want to do is you want to build a reactor on the barracks. And then you want to switch the factory into the reactor to make a couple Hellions, not a lot, but a couple Hellions, and then you go scout, like, go poke, see what he's got going on, try to scout. And then you shouldn't have a tech lab on your factory to start. Like, no, you don't need that unless you're going back. I like the Thors. The Thors was a good idea. You had a really good army. Like, you had so much more production. It was amazing. The problem is he had Colossi. So what you want to do, if he goes Colossus, build Vikings. Your Vikings, so Colossus are, you can hit Colossus because they're Colossi because they're technically, they count as air because they're tall enough. So Vikings will hit them. So if you see that, build Vikings. You had 9 medevacs. That's okay. But once you lost your stuff, you don't need to keep building medevacs. You should have been building Vikings out of those 3 star ports or whatever. I like that you were expanding. You should expand more faster. You need to keep up with your macro by, like, I know what you're trying to do. You had 90 SCVs. That was great. Try to cap it off at like 70. If you hover over it in the top right-hand corner of your thing, you'll see your that little supply thing. If you hover over it, it'll show you how many workers you have. So keep that in mind. You don't want to make too many, otherwise your army is going to be weaker because you don't have as much. Okay. So make sure that to use stim, I believe it's T, but you need to use stim. Yes, because the medevacs are going to heal up what you've stimmed, and you do so much more damage at a much faster rate. It's a huge upgrade ability. Build engineering base.
Stim only on Marines and like ground
No,
units?
it's Marines Marauders. Those 2 units have stim. You need to build your engineering base, 2 preferably, because you need to get upgrades. Your upgrades, the lack of upgrades was what killed you. He hit 3-2 to your 0-0. So if you build an engineering bay, you can build Marine attack and Marine armor, I believe, or not Marine, but ground unit armor. I saw you got vehicle weapons and vehicle plating. That works for tanks, but it's not going to do you too much. You want to focus your core army, which is because the tanks are going to do a boatload of damage anyway, so you want to give the Marines Marauders some health and some damage as well. The other thing is that you can also, in the tech lab, you can do Marine combat shields, which gives your Marines 10 extra health. So you want to get that as well as stim. Stim first, obviously, but I think you played better this game, so that was really good improvement. Anything you want to say?
No, I'm still just learning from it all.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
I'm just trying to process
What's up, Braden?
But we'll see.
All right, yeah, no, definitely do your best.
Do we have any viewers?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
So then, yeah. So try to focus more on your production, more on your macro. Make sure that you don't have 60 SCVs on one base.
That's really... one of the issues I have. Where once the minerals running out, I don't know how to organize all that. How to like
so the other thing is you can lift up your command center, the one that's at like a mined out base, like your main, and you can move it. So you don't have to spend 400 minerals. You can just move one over to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna bring Garrett back in, and I'm gonna mute myself. But have a good luck, and hopefully you do well.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
All right. So getting into the next game. We're going to be on World of Sleepers. 3rd match. Garrett up 2-0. We're going to try to get a little text. I want you guys to see the score real quick. Let's see. Let me get the score going real quick. So, 2-0. I'm going to show it on the screen real quick. Fox is at 0. We're going to throw that up And thank you very much. Thank you, Braden, for the follow. It means a lot. Good to see you. All right. Should be in a decent spot. Yeah, we'll figure it out if it's not. But getting into game number 3, it's a best of 7. Here we go. Thank you, Gods and Valor, for the follow as well. Appreciate it. So getting into game 3 on World of Sleepers, we are gonna have again. This is going to be interesting. World Sleepers, I'm not sure if either of these two are very familiar with this map, but we're going to find out very soon. So in the bottom left-hand corner of World of Sleepers, we have Garrukcaller, or Garrett. And in the top right-hand corner, we have BearGrizz, again, sporting that wonderful SU Esports logo. Go follow us on Twitch, and we hope to see you in the next broadcast. We are going to be hosting an Overwatch tournament. The Overwatch team for SU is going to be playing tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So keep the lookout for that. It's against other schools, and it's very interesting, very entertaining. I definitely hope you guys check it out. I'm interested in playing in it. I'll be playing as an off tank. I'm excited. Thank you, Braden. I appreciate it. So we've got another standard opening from both players. Looks like nobody's really trying to cheese anybody. I think Fox forgot his reactor. Or his wait. Yeah, okay, now he's getting the refinery. Sorry, not reactor, but Garrett. And so Garrett is known for his cheeses. However, it looks like he's decided not to go for it. I told him yesterday, you know, it was no holds barred. You can go for whatever you want. Appears he's, going for a macro play. I appreciate it. I respect it. Meanwhile, we got double factory. Thank you, Gods Proxima, for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the flock. Now, we got double refinery coming from Fox. He's going for the orbital. It's very interesting. Usually, you only go for the double refinery if you're going for a heavy mech play early on, like Cyclone Hellion, something like that. Cybercore coming in for Garrett, going for that second gas before his Nexus. So both players gonna go for a delayed first base. Reactor, finally, so he did listen. He's going for the reactor first instead of the tech lab, which should get him out double production, getting that factory. I'm liking what I see. Meanwhile, Garrett, not actually building his second base yet, which he desperately was gonna want very soon. Without that, he's just gonna be loading up on probes for no reason. Let's see if he goes for a start. I'd be interested if he goes for a Stargate. That would be the ideal play right now, especially with this much gas. But I don't know what he's. Okay, so he is going for the Nexus. Both players going for their expansion now. So that's quite all right. However, again, I'm not really sure about this double gas. I like the supply depot again for vision. I've had to work with him on that a couple times. He is going for the Stargate play, so I'm really liking this. This is very meta, very meta. A lot of players going for that early Stargate just to get the extra the Oracle in there or whatever he might be going for. Hopefully he is going for an Oracle. I would love to see that because that would show that would prove very difficult for Fox to handle, especially if he doesn't go for that early Marine. He is going for a few more Marines. I like it. He should be keeping these on the high ground though, so they don't just get picked off and they're able to defend both sides. A lot easier. He's going for the double Hellion. We'll see if he sends it at the scout like we just mentioned. If you guys just tune in right now, we just had a talk with the BearGrizz or Fox about his last game. And so hopefully he'll send those in a scout. Garrett going to be going for his signature play of Stargates. Now, we're going to see if he goes. He's probably going to make a few Void Rays. He's already got one on the way. And we'll see if he decides to go just an attack with a couple Void Rays, which is very possible. These Hellions are going to be made. I don't know if he understands how many a few Hellions is, but we'll find out very shortly. He is starting. He got his orbital right away. He's getting better with that. Got it right away. Garrett Space just now finishing. A couple Zealots. Probably about to go out and scout. I don't know why he does that every single time. I've talked to him about it, but he does it. Making more Hellions because I don't think he realizes that I meant only make 2 Hellions and send them to scout. You can't go that way. There you There you go. All right. He's on the right path. He's going to scout with them. He should be switching this now to make a siege, a tech lab, and then switch the barracks onto the reactor. It doesn't look like he's going to do that. Zealots cross paths with the Hellions. These Hellions Oh no. If these Hellions can get into this mineral line, they're going to do so much damage. This Void Ray is here. However, no. Don't, no, 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 that's not, no. Ah, stop. Don't do this. No, you did not just do. Can I get an F in the chat, please? I'd appreciate just the largest Fs you can get in the chat right now. Meanwhile, he's got more units being made. It looks like he fended off the Zealots. However, that was a very, very bad play with the Hellions. He could have gotten 10, 12 pros for free. Instead, he decided to kill absolutely nothing in return. So, meanwhile, dropping more mules, saturating that second base finally. And looks like he's going for the reactor. He's still making Hellions, unfortunately, instead of making what he needs to be making. Wow, okay, so he needs to start the siege tanks now. You don't need Hellions. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, so he needs to also make that reactor on the start port as well. He doesn't need that either. 2 Void Rays coming in. Those are not going to really do... Actually, they could do a decent amount of damage. Both Void Rays are full health. And if he doesn't see these coming, he's going to be in a world of trouble. He did know that Garrett had Void Rays. That is the main thing. But there is no engineering bay in sight. No anti-air in sight except for these few Marines. But 7 Marines versus 2 Void Rays is just not going to work. So fun fact. Hold on. Actually, these medevacs are going to be able to heal the Marines. The Void Ray is just floundering around. He's going for SCVs instead. It looks like he's going to lose this last Void Ray as well. He gets out barely. 4 health left on the Void Ray, and he's not going to be able to get it. No, unfortunately. It's so low. It's going to die. All right. So Garrett loses both Void Rays, getting absolutely nothing either. So now that 400 mineral loss from the Hellions is now looking a little better because both players failed miserably in both of their attacks. So we're back at ground zero. Meanwhile, no gas being taken currently. He definitely needs to get that. Let's see if he goes for a third. Okay, he is going for a third. Again, mineral lines. These wall off. You can't go through them. You need to harvest them, but I don't think he understands that, so he's going to be going here. Ideally, he should go here if he doesn't understand that, but he'll learn it soon enough. Meanwhile, Garrett going for Forge and a Twilight Council. Bunch of Void Rays now, 5. Getting his armor, I believe, for his air. Still making Hellions for some reason. Another barracks on the way, 2 more barracks on the way, which is not too bad. It's better than only 1. More Marines being made again. I think he forgot that he needs to go for stim and siege tanks and all of that. He's still making Hellions, even though, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, I told him only a few Hellions, not too many, only a few, and he's still making them. He's currently supply blocked, and it looks like he's building again. And that's another thing we need to talk to him about. If he loses this game, hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he's able to take it back and bring this to a 2-1. But he's got his army, he's got his buildings queued up by 1 SCV, and he needs to not do that. Again, he's building a tech lab finally. I like it. He's gonna be able to get stim. Garrett going for his expansion now. Fox finishing his up just as we speak. Meanwhile, armor is almost done. Some more Void Rays coming in to make it, I believe, 7 Void Rays. Yep. And yep, some more Hellions coming. He's going for he canceled the Marine. I like it. He's going for the reactor instead. Looks like he's going to keep making Hellions. He needs to switch this with the tech lab. He's got the starport, but he didn't make the reactor. He knows that. I believe he knows that that's what a reactor does, where it lets you make twice as many units at the same time. But regardless, saturating the third base, doing very well. His worker count is very even with Garrett's. So a bunch of oh my goodness, holy cannons, man! A bunch of photon cannons going down. Now a fleet beacon is on the way, obviously, because I feel like every game Garrett plays is going to end with a fleet beacon, whether he's actually making air units or not. Fleet beacon is there. Bunch of Marines, no Marauders, now Marauders being made. Still no stim, no combat shields, no expansion, no upgrade on. He's going for a Viking, but he doesn't need a. I mean, Why are you going Liberator against an air? Okay, he's getting 2 more starports, which is I'm not mad about. I'll take it. I like that. But he needs to build the reactors on them to make the Vikings, because Vikings versus Void Rays, if you can kite well enough, the Vikings will definitely take those Void Rays down very quickly, especially with the Marines underneath to support. However, again, he's not filling on his gases. Put your SCVs in the gas and not have them sitting there. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, let's check let's go into the cam of Fox real quick. APM is blazing, over 100 for both players for a couple seconds there. We like to see that. That means their hands are moving a little bit faster than a snail's pace. Meanwhile, Screen just sitting there, just kind of admiring his work. Oh, he moved it. Oh, and he is doing something. Oh, building more supply, because that's what he needs right now. Let's see if he... Oh, is he going to fill his gas? And he does. I think he filled his gas. Is he going to make more gas? No, he didn't fill his gas. Wait. What? He filled his gas. Alright. Let's go check on Garrett. He is transferring pros. He's macroing up a little bit, and he's just getting things going. You can see both players intently focused on their workers. These Void Rays are coming in. Fox is not aware of this, and these Void Rays, if they just come in here, and he's able to take out, he's going to be able to get a lot of these SCVs for free. Fox not moving in, finally moving in a bunch of Hellions still. I told you, make a few Hellions. Oh no, his Marines are getting caught up. These Void Rays are going to be able to bring a lot of the army back into the main. A bunch of Vikings being made. Now, this is really good. This is a really good strategy. I like it. I'm glad he's going for it. Now, he needs to rally them. The Void Rays are just being chased by the Vikings. Marines can't keep up. He didn't build his... He didn't get STEM. He didn't get his engineering bay. Completely forgot about those things. The Void Rays are going to get out unscathed, except for the one that died, of course. There's not much going on right now. Why? What? All right. I don't know if he's doing this because he thinks it's a good idea or if he's doing it for content. But either way, we're about to see what happens. Garrett takes his 4th base over at Fox's 4th. What is going on? Alright, army supply is more than twice the amount for Fox. If he just went and attacked right now... he might be going to. If he went and attacked right now, he would actually be in a huge situation. Especially since these Templar do not have Storm yet. This is... Okay. What? What are you doing? What did you... Go attack him. Go kill him. Just yes. All right. It looks like Fox is moving out with a lot of units, a lot of Vikings. This is actually a really powerful army. The only change I'd make is not to have that many Hellions, and instead of siege tanks, this would be a deadly army. Unfortunately, though, upgrades are... Well, actually, there's no ground upgrades. It's only air. 2 air plus... So, okay. So he's not doing too bad on upgrades. These Hellions are going to tank a lot of damage, which is not awful, but he doesn't need them. These Void Rays, he's not able, and he's just walking through. The Templar do storm, but they storm the Hellions, not the Marines. The Void Rays are going to get taken down. The Vikings are still thriving. These Marines and Marauders are going to shred through everything, and it's looking really, really good for Fox. What a huge engagement. Plenty of Vikings left over. Nothing is going to matter. 3 Templar are on the way. That's it. And they're being, oh my gosh, holy cannon. Garrett is turtling up. He's going to be able to take that second. Hopefully, he decides to just charge into this main base and just take out all the production. That would be huge for him. Vikings are here to negate any possible air. Void Rays are going to do absolutely nothing against an army. Absolutely pointless. He's going to send more Marines down. Hopefully, okay, it looks like he stopped making production. Let's go and check on his chem. It looks like he's very focused on killing these pylons, and he's not really keeping an eye on his macro back at home. These Templar are getting their energy up. He's landed the Vikings so he can get the extra damage. Vikings do extra... Oh, no! Oh, no! Huge damage, but it's not going to be enough. He's still going in. The Templar are out of energy. The Void Rays are about to come out, but he's got enough Marines to take those out with the Medivacs there. The Vikings have dropped, so they're not going to do as much damage. But, like I was saying earlier, Vikings do extra damage against armored, or mechanical. And most Protoss units are mechanical, so that's technically a little plus. Garrett does have this expansion here. He's going to be able to keep mining. Fox not making anything else. He's so focused on killing him that he's not able to actually keep making units. If he was able to keep making units right now, he would be so much better position than now. Obviously, he's in a great position, gutting the economy of Garrett. Meanwhile, production has begun again. Lots of Marines, he's still making Vikings. I don't think he realizes he doesn't need to make any more Vikings, but I appreciate the thought. Meanwhile, Garrett starting to make gateways and robos all in his fourth base, completely covering up his third. A RoboFat coming in, some more gates coming, but he's looking at in a very, very bad situation here. A lot of Vikings again, not really necessary anymore. You can make some medevacs or liberators or something else right now. Preferably siege tanks, but, you know, not too bad. Economy dropping drastically. The worker count is cut in half, so now he is down. Garrett has no army supply to 91, which is huge. APM of Grizzly popping off the charts right now. Meanwhile, Vikings are going to catch up. I mean, I guess he could always land them, so as he has done here. That's a lot of cannons. That's why you want siege tanks to just kill them from afar. These Vikings are going to get taken out. You don't want those there. You don't want those there. Please don't leave those there. Take them away. No, don't keep doing this. Don't do this to me. Meanwhile, not making anything at home. You gotta keep the production up if you're gonna be attacking. Unfortunately, the Zealots are gonna take out a lot of these Vikings because he's too busy on the cannons. The Zealots are still there and they're just gonna shred through the Vikings. Why am I even saying that sentence? Vikings should be in the air, not on the ground. Cannons are finally down for Garrett. He's bringing down the rest of his army. He's got some more Vikings. Again, he doesn't need, but he's got them. Forgot his upgrades. Forgot to make more barracks. So it looks like his production has gotten a little worse this game. As he's been a lot more focused on, I guess, Hellions. Don't know why. Dropping all the Vikings. And they're going to go to work on the cannon. And, you know, it's looking really, really bad for Garrett. He is technically... He's not doing too bad over here. He's got the Cyber Core. He's got 3 Warp Gates, 2 Robos. He's not making anything out of it, any of it, though, which is his biggest issue. This base is going to go down, and Fox has no idea about this base. Keep that in mind. He has no idea that this is here. So, Fox is going to most likely be able to take out this Nexus and base. There's nothing to protect against it. That one's sitting there, ashamed of its people. Fox is completely mining out of this base, and he's actually running out of minerals. Garrett has a better economy than he does currently, which is very surprising. A lot more Vikings being made again, because, you know, why not? A bunch of Marines, screw Marauders, and a bunch more Hellions, screw siege tanks. But, you know, he's taking out the stuff. Probes being sent all around the map, most likely. In case you didn't know, Garrett likes to play very cheesy and does not care about anything and is going to make a bunch of bases. Oh boy. Colossi are going to walk into the base of Fox. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So, we got some Vikings here though, so these Colossi are going to die very quickly. Fox running back home because he's probably A-moved. I don't think he realized where those came from. Is he? He does! He does realize where they come from. And he's going to be able to take those down. This is looking very, very good for it. Very good. Alright. There we go. A lot of Vikings, a lot of Marines, a lot of Hellions, and it looks like Fox is going to end up taking this game. Yeah, and he's going to bring the score from 2-0 to 2-1. Keeping hope alive, keeping himself up there, and one of the contenders, and trying his best. And hopefully he'll be able to do even better in the games to come. Now, that's going to be GG. What a game. Now, we're going to go bring in Garrett and hear what he has to say. Let's look at the APM real quick. APM, 99 instead of 80. It's, you know, it's just going up for both players. It's getting really better. All right, I'm going to unmute myself. Hello. I'm going to talk to Garrett real quick, and I'll be back.
I didn't have to concede.
All right, so real quick. So what I noticed is that you were so I'm looking at the army value. So he just had a lot more units. The main issue that I saw was that you yeah. So you spent a lot of your minerals on like cannons and stuff like that. Yeah, they're good, but after a certain point, they're just kind of obsolete, and it's just kind of there as extra like buffering support. It's like they're all right, but not really what you want to be building. You went for void rays, but then you just kind of like if you're gonna okay. So what you want to do if you're going air, go air. If you're going ground, go ground. There's no point in having a Twilight Council, a Robo Factory or a facility, a factory, and a Stargate all in the same game at the same time. You either go Twilight Council with charge and go charge lot like with like stalkers and archons and stuff like that, or and you can also throw in the robo, or you go Stargate and you bake a bunch of air units. Like it's one or the other. So I think you should definitely like pick one or the other because you're kind of like making everything in the tech tree. Like you make the fleet beacon, but you're not doing anything with it. Like you're not going carrier, you're not doing all that, and you have the minerals to do it. So if you're gonna do that, you got to full commit. Go 5 Stargate, make the carriers, make the void rays, and then make some charge lots and stuff at home to like help you, or some zealots and stalkers, whatever, to help you at home. The other thing is that you definitely want to make sure that. I mean, I saw your sneaky expansion. It actually worked pretty well. I didn't hate it. But yeah, definitely make sure that you keep an eye on like your mineral count. Make a lot of warp gates if you're gonna go work, like because you weren't committing, so you weren't making a bunch of warp gates or you weren't making a bunch of stargates. You just had a hodgepodge of units. I like the storms. The storms are really good, really effective. Just make sure you have some archons in there as well to do extra splash in the meantime. But anything else you want to say?
So the reason I went and built the Twilight Council was I saw he was making the Hellions and stuff.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, I think I need store. Like I actually wanted to go full air there.
Okay.
I saw the Hellions and all the little guy. I saw that he was making a lot of things. So I was like, okay, he's gonna do stuff like that. I need something that like clears it out.
Yeah. So in that situation, he actually went for like Mass Viking, which was good for him. The thing you can do to counter that, go Tempest. Tempest against Terran is a really strong strategy. It's really good. Again, when I say that, because I told Fox some things that he did, and he just took them and like went with them. So what I'm saying is Tempests are really good, but they're situational. So if you see that he's got a lot of Vikings, you can go Tempest and something like that. But don't only go Tempest just because it's like, oh, that'll work really well. But I would say definitely try to like manage like what you go and why. So if you see he's got a bunch of Hellions, go air. Like you might as well. Obviously he could have turned those into Hellbats and done a lot more damage, but he didn't. I would say in the end, like you did pretty well. It's just that you just didn't have an army. Like that's been your issue all 3 games actually. You just didn't have an army. You just make sure that we're working on that so that you can get the units that you need. But we're waiting for Fox. Let me talk to him real quick. Hello, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, we're waiting for you.
You moved me out. You didn't move me back in.
What? No, I mean like we're like to start the party.
Oh.
All right, I'll move you back. All right, and good luck, guys.
All right, thanks.
All right. So anyway, now we're back in it. And we're going to start up game number 4. So now, let's go into it, and I'll see you guys after the game. Alright, so we're going to start. Change that score, because that is no longer the case. It is now 2-1. And we're hopping on into Triton LE. So, this map, not a bad map. I actually like it. I never ban it in tournaments. There's a couple that I do ban, but this one's a fairly decent one. I like the layout. It's a very nice. The third base is pretty obviously the third, and the fourth is the fourth. So in the top left-hand corner we have Garrukcaller. You know him. You may love him or you may hate him, and there's a story about that, but I'll get to that after. In the bottom right-hand corner, we introduce the one, the only, BearGrizz. Now, so, a little embarrassing, I think, for Garrett, but, he might be proud. He had the shortest game in TESPA history, running at about 3 minutes long. Unfortunately, but, he has the title now. So he can go with that and do what he wants with it. Get a bunch of scholarships, I guess. But anyway, so you know, he's going with what he's got. Another normal build from both players. No apparent cheesing happening. We'll see if that changes within the next few minutes to come, but it doesn't seem anybody's really trying to cheese the other. Again, double gas. I don't know. I think what's going to happen is we're going to see the same exact build coming from Fox, and we'll see if Garrett's able to combat it. I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. I'm calling it right now. Hopefully it's not the case, but we'll see. Second base, Nexus first. Oh, we got a Nexus first, actually. Cybercore going to come down, I would hope. Actually, he's probably going to send that out. Yep, Cybercore. Nice. Not the best wall. Not that he really needs a wall. I don't know why he is walling. Again. Okay. In case you guys didn't see this. This is a literal arrow saying, put your Reaper here. So, this is where you want to wall off if you're Protoss, by the way. If at all. Like, you don't have to wall off, but this is where you want to do it, because I believe this is the only spot he can jump up, because these block the way. But, nonetheless, Fox going for the expansion in a second, going for that reactor. I like it, I like it, I like it. This is a very good looking build so far, except for that. I don't know why he has that, but that's alright. Meanwhile, Zealot coming out. We got the pylon on the low ground. I'm liking where he's putting that. Actually, never mind, because he has another one there. Needs to transition to the gas. But let's see what he goes for. He is going for the reactor. He's probably going to switch. He's going for the starport. Okay, this is the fastest he's ever built his starport. This is really good. Okay, so the reason why he has the starport out so early is because of the double gas. He wouldn't have had this otherwise. But, again, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need this much gas right now if he's going to go for Hellions. A couple Hellions, sure. But what he would want to do in this case, this gas build is either for a bunch of mech units early on or for early stim. And the early stim would let him do a really quick timing. He's supply blocked again, very unfortunately, like hard supply blocked. And I don't think he understands that he needs to finish the wall off, that this isn't a wall. Starport is done. He's probably going to make medevacs. But again, some more Marines time to be made. Again, he keeps making Marines instead of building, like while he's supply blocked, he could just, this is triggering me. He could be building another add-on to this barracks while he's waiting for the supply. But anyway, Garrett starting to build up. He's going for that starport, or Stargate, sorry. Not the same thing. He's got the double gas, so he is looking to go. Yeah, okay, so he's going Void Ray. I'd like him to just go Oracle sometime. That might be really good for him. Just that early aggression, just do a lot of damage, especially against this. Like, there's nothing to defend against it. He's not getting the orbital over here. He's building SCV instead. Again, just building more Hellions. Building more. Oh no! I just want to tell him, like, yo, what are you doing? All right, so we'll see. But again, in case you guys are tuning in just now, the rules are I can only coach them for a minute and a half or so after they have lost. So the player that has lost is the one that I can coach. If they don't lose, I just have to let them do what they're doing. Obviously, I hope that they go back and watch the replay of this whole thing and, you know, see what I've been saying while they're playing, so that they understand how triggering it is to watch. But nonetheless, we'll see. These Hellions are going to come in. Let's see if they get some damage done. They are going to maybe. Okay, well, he's not going to micro them. So, but he sees the Void Ray. Now the question is, what does he do about it? He's building another starport. And Billion Viking. Alright, so he is countering. He is going to counter this. He's looking to counter there. What would have been nice, though, is if he ran up the ramp, or at least baited out the Zealots, run around, and then got up the ramp, so he could see that he has 3 Stargates on the way. And now 3 Stargates is a lot. He's not just going for 1 Void Ray. He's trying to kill you. So, meanwhile, he's getting his gases. That's fine. He still doesn't have the freaking orbital command. He's going for the supply, but he needs to build a few more of those. He's got the reactor finally. He needs to build a tech lab here. He's got a bunch more Hellions, but he's not rallying his stuff anymore, because, you know, why would you do that? 2 Void Rays on the way for Garrukcaller, and who is also doing very well on worker supply, 11 ahead. Definitely needs to be expanding. He's already got +1 attack upgraded. Going for that +1 armor. Here comes the fleet beacon, and a Void Ray is just gonna walk into Fox's base. What? Okay, so the Void Ray is just going to get a full scout and probably going to leave. Because Fox did not A move, and neither did Garrett. So both players, Garrett's mistake ended up saving his Void Ray. Fox's mistake ended up losing him the kill on the Void Ray. Garrett going to go for the expansion. Fox looking to still be making some workers. Not getting the orbital still. And hasn't switched off of this reactor for the factory, which is not good. You don't need this. Get it away. If the person has air, you don't need a reactor. But, I mean, there's so much you can do. A bunch of Void Rays on their way. Garrett deciding, actually, not to go for Warp Gate. I don't know if he forgot it, or if he just decided he didn't want it at all. But he's not going for Warp Gate. He's going hardcore into a 1-1. I'd be interested to know if he's just going to go for a 1-1 timing. He's got 7 Void Rays, and 7 Void Rays would definitely take this down. Now, he's going for another Stargate and another Cyber Core because he just decided he wants more upgrades. This Void Ray is going to go down. This Viking is going to take it out. He's got... What? Okay. He's got a Raven for some reason. I mean, technically, I like it, but I don't think he knows what the reason is. But he's got it, so, you know, cool. So it's looking like he's going to be going for the same build as before, but I'm not sure if that's really what he needs right now. He didn't. I don't think he realizes that the other player is actually Garrett is going for this mass Void Ray. Why is he? Okay, he's got a Phoenix, but into carrier, and so this is going to look very, very bleak if he goes to attack, and it looks like he's about to. A lot of Hellions. I'd be fine if he went for some Hellion run-bys, but I don't think that's the case. Probes being transferred. A bunch of them. These Hellions, they could pick off these probes as they're transferring, but I don't think it's going to happen. Again, forgetting the orbital. It's going to be very, very detrimental. Definitely don't want to do that. He's going to walk up into the third. He's going to see it's there, and he's going to go for the probes. He's going to get pretty much a good amount. He needs it. No, don't keep chasing the probes. Send the Marines to kill this Nexus. No, kill the Nexus. He's going to spot the Void Rays, the mass amount of Void Rays. We'll see. The Void Rays going to charge up. Little does Garrett know, Void Rays charged up do absolutely nothing to Marines. And all the Void Rays... Oh no, this one probe trying to get in and do the work. These Void Rays are going to go down. Garrett being reset on his air count, which gives Fox a perfect opening if he so chooses to start making Vikings and Liberators and going for that anti-air build. He is going... Okay, he's got... Okay, what is this? Why? Why do you have two... This should be... I can understand one tech lab, but even then I can't. But you should definitely have double reactor on these, pumping out those Vikings, and then, again, get rid of this. Put a tech lab there. Oh my goodness. Alright, going for the third base. It's done, but he's not doing anything with it. Doesn't have the orbital. He's regressing. He's regressing. Stop it. Think. Think. He's making Vikings. I'm glad. But no. Stop it. Make it an orbital. Make that an orbital. Put everything here. He's finally making SCVs again. That's fine. Garrett sending out his... Stop. No, don't do that. No. What are you... Oh, no. No, 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 no. This is just gonna go... Oh, so badly. So badly. That's a... No, move that. Don't do that. Don't. If he targets that... Man, he's not gonna target the carrier, but all the interceptors are gone. Alright. A bunch... Oh my goodness. Bunch of carriers on the way. Gonna create a solid force. Garrett decided, no, I'm not gonna back up. I'm not gonna wait for the rest of my army. I'm just gonna go in and see what I can do on my own. And oh no, Fox is moving out with his army at the same time that well, Garrett's not moving in, but he's sitting there, getting ready to move in, I would imagine. And so, I don't know who's gonna attack first, but we're about to find out. Pardon me. All right, so and it looks like Garrett is going to move in first, and it looks like, I guarantee you, Fox is going to move A-click everything back to kill these. So, 2 Void Rays, 1 carrier. No, actually, Fox is going to push in. Fox is going to move up, go for the third base, A little bit of a base trade here, actually. Fox needs to keep his reinforcements staying here so that he can actually deal with this. If these things were back at his home, this would have been much better. Vikings gonna drop? No, don't drop the Vikings. And now he has no anti-air, and he's going for the interceptors, and now he's not even gonna get... No! 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 Oh, he loses his whole army here. Meanwhile, Garrett gutting the economy, just like what was done to him earlier. And he's going to be able to take out this starport, going for the SCVs. A couple Vikings are at home to try to protect, but, you know, the rest of his army is just moving up here and going to get taken out very, very quickly. Not much damage done at all. Meanwhile, Void Ray is taking out these SCVs. A carrier going to work, killing all the reinforcements. Fox dropping... How many? Oh my goodness. Fox dropping 8 mules. Because he had that much energy saved up. Garrett gonna move in with the rest of his army. And that's GG. Garrett taking the lead 3-1. And we're gonna go ahead and talk to Fox and see his perspective in possibly what could be the last game of the night. Now, I'm gonna bring him in. Bring in intermission so you guys can see my face. Hello, how's it going? Good to see you guys. I am, if you guys didn't know, AstroZerg, or Brock, captain of the Starcraft team. I'm going to bring him in. So, oh, that's the wrong person. Hello, oh, shoot. Hello. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, all right. So, it's just you, me. So, you kind of regressed, I'm gonna say.
I know.
So the problems that I saw was yes, you made the Hellions. Yes, you went to a scout. What you should have done, first of all, is scout the main base. You get in, and what you could have done, actually, is you get in with the Hellions. Right now, I don't want you to worry about, like, harassing, like, trying to micro your Hellions, because you're just going to screw up all your macro and back at home, because, you know, that's just the case. But what you want to do is get those Hellions into the main, if you can. If you can't just run them right up, at least drag out his army and then run them in, because he had 3 Stargates. You saw the 1 Void Ray, and I saw that you started building Vikings after that. But if you see 3 Stargates, he's going mass air. That just means, okay, stop with the like Marine Marauder, Siege Tank, Hellion, whatever, go air. The main issue that I saw was you kept making Hellions. I said make a couple of Hellions. You said, okay, and then you made 20 Hellions last game, and then 20 Hellions this game. You're supposed to make a couple, and then you drop it.
I don't know what to switch to. I don't know what to do with it.
No, that's when you go Marine Siege, like Marine Marauder Siege Tank. That's fine to do. The thing I was saying, what?
When do I go Marine Marauder Siege?
Here's
the issue. I don't know when.
No, you're fine.
Look at that.
So what you want to do
okay,
is
I need to build this.
Yeah. So what you want to do is you see what army he has. That's why that you have those Hellions going. So you see what units he's making. If you see he's got a Void Ray or some kind of air, he's probably going mass air or a decent amount of air. So then you start making Vikings. If you see he's got a bunch of Marines or units on the ground, you start making Siege Tanks. But regardless, you don't make Hellions because okay. So I'm going to tell you, Hellions are not good against Protoss for the fact that Hellions do extra damage to I believe biological units. So, like Zerglings and Marines. So, in TVT and TVZ, yes. TVP, no. Hellbats are alright, but no. Anyway, so, yeah. So, you would want to make, in that situation, not really, like, he was only going air. So, at that situation, just make a bunch of Vikings. You had tech labs on your starports instead of reactors. So, like, why? Also, I'm fine with the Raven. But unless you don't know the abilities on the Raven, don't do it. Because there is an ability on there that decreases the armor of all units that are tagged by it. But if you don't do it, there's no point in having it unless you know he's going DT.
I just have the Raven because he almost always in the past has gone an invisible unit.
That's fine, but it's not about what he does in the past, it's what he's doing in that game. Because that Raven is a bunch of... Every unit you make costs resources, and every time you spend resources, you can't spend it on something else. The other problem I had, you stop making your orbital commands, and then you stopped like macroing like your SCVs. Like for a solid 3 minutes, you just stopped building SCVs and like sending them to where you needed to go. Just having the extra economy helps. But again, you stopped making production. Like you need to keep on your production. When you have 2 bases, you should be throwing down barracks and like stargates starports, whatever you need. The other thing, engineering base. You need to make your upgrades. If you don't make your upgrades, you're not going to be able to do anything. So let's see. So those are the main things that I saw. The other thing is don't queue up a bunch of buildings with 1 SCV. If you're gonna build 4 barracks, take 4 SCVs, or like highlight over your SCVs, and then hit B, and then just like hit B, because I believe it's build basic and then is B, and then build barracks is B, or whatever it is for you, I guess.
Build BB is...
Yeah. So just highlight over a bunch of SCVs, hit that and click like 4 different times, and then the 4 SCVs that want to do it are going to do it, and then the rest are just sitting there mining. Otherwise, you're just going to have one SCV building 4 barracks. It's going to take 2 minutes to get them done instead of like 1 minute. Or sorry, it's going to take 4 minutes.
I didn't know how to do. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine. So, again, Engineering Bay gives you upgrades. You need upgrades. You forgot Stim last game too. You need Stim. You need combat shields. Both of those you get in the tech lab on the barracks. So again, after you make a few Hellions, you don't need that reactor on the
So what do I switch on to that
a tech lab
reactor?
Oh, you put a barracks on there. Just build a barracks on the thing.
So pull the factory off, build a tech lab. Oh no, and build a tech lab on it, then switch a barracks onto the.
Or put the starport on the reactor, like on the reactor. That's like big brain, you know. But
how many Hellions? Like 2 or 4?
Yeah, like 2 or 4, like 4. I'd say 4 Hellions. Send them over, get the scout off, do some damage with the probes, and just let them die. Because if you try to like micro them, you're just gonna fail at everything else. So just let them die. For now, eventually you'll figure it out. But let him die. See what he's got going on. If you see he's going for like a robo or something like that, go your Marine Marauder Siege Tank. If you see he's going for a bunch of star gates, go Viking. Go. You can still make Marines, not Marauders, but you can still make Marines. But definitely focus on air, and don't drop your freaking Vikings like you've been doing. Because then his air army comes over and your army is just sitting on the ground like, oh, what's up? And they can't shoot up. So don't do that. Where's Garrett? Why is he not ready? All right, I'm done talking to you.
Alright, no worries.
I was going to talk to Garrett. Like, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you guys.
No, I just sent the waiting for party. You're not. Okay, there you go.
I was looking at the help menu.
Oh my goodness.
He hasn't accepted it either.
That's because I just started it now. Hold on. All right, we're ready, waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyway, so it is now. Good lord, it is now 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna switch on over to scenes. So we've got Garrett at 3, Fox at 1. Now this could be the last game, and we'll see. We're gonna get right on into it though. Now. Here we go on Disco Bloodbath. Alright, here we go. Now, Disco Bloodbath, probably my least favorite map in this map pool. I don't know why, I just don't like it. I think it's the base layouts. I don't like how the this base here, I don't like how it's set up. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry. My mouse is screwed up. I don't like... So, alright, whatever. So, we've got, in the top left-hand corner, we have Garrukcaller, the Protoss player, fighting to win this series. And in the bottom... Wait, that's not... Okay, I don't know what I just said, but he's the bottom right. So, in the top left-ish hand corner, we have the man fighting to stay into this game, the BearGrizz. Playing that Terran. Neither player going for that cheese again. Okay. Anyway, so got again another standard game in a row. Looks like at least as of now, nobody's gonna get to see Garrett's amazing cheese, which could have. I honestly, at this situation, if I were in this position with 3 and 1, I would have thrown out my cheese. I would have just gone for the win. You got nothing to lose, because you know, even if you lose it, you know, if you win it, you just win it quick. If you lose it, you know, whatever. It's 3-2 instead. So we got double gas again. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So instead of, oh man, all right. So got Garrett. His gas is done. He's going for the double gate, and then I think that's a full. Is that a full wall? Wait a minute. No, that's. I think you can get through that. That's not a full wall. So going for that factory, going for the marine, going for that orbital. Got that double gas. Pylon is there. Third pylon for Garrett, which again it doesn't need right now. He's 20 to 31. Don't know why he's building it, but he is. Gonna go for that expansion most likely next. Yeah, he is. And so, we've got the reactor coming down. This is actually a full wall. So, to those of you that aren't really, don't have like a huge knowledge of the maps and like their ramps, so the top ramp, the people that play up on the top side of the map usually have the layout where they can block you with a supply depot and a barracks, because then the, or sorry, I should say with the ramp facing up, have that. The ramp facing down, do not. So if you build a supply depot and a barracks, the add-on's going to come off here, and you're going to need to build that supply depot there. If you're facing this way, the barracks is going to face downward, and the tech lab, or the add-on, is going to come down as well, which blocks it off like that. Meanwhile, oh man, that's a heavy supply block, and this is not good for the BearGrizz. He's going to be in a world of hurt. Just now making his 2. Finally, splitting it up, not building one at a time. Starport coming down as well. Not going for that expansion. That's completely fine. That's pretty normal with the 1-1-1. Nothing against that. We've got nothing on the way. We got some 4 Hellions coming. Supply depots are just now finishing. And it looks like we're going for a robo play from Garrett. So double robo. So we're not going to have the Stargate shenaniganery, I will say, that we had before. Transferring these probes down, I like it. Gonna be saturating that 4th just now. Fox is going to be starting that. Gonna have his medevac coming out again. Build your add-ons, dude. Oh my god, I really hope he watches this, because he's gonna be sad and happy at the same time. He needs to build add-ons on the buildings. There's no point in building one marine at a time. I'm yawning because I've been talking for several hours. Okay, so he's building the barracks. I like it. You know, it's okay. I think it's because of what I told him. But okay, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with it. You're doing all right. I would just say he needs to. He could have probably in that time built an add-on, a reactor, and then just moved the starport here and just had it done like that, and it would have been much faster. He is going out with the 4 Hellions. Garrett has the double robo. The thing about double robo, I want to point out, is that your economy is, your army is going to be a lot worse off, as you're usually focusing a lot more on your economy. As you can see here, he's already saturated, whereas build your orbital command. We got the Hellions coming down. Is he gonna go? He's gonna go for the probes. He's gonna go for the probes. Hopefully he goes for the strategy I told him to do. No. Stop it. Move that. Move your Hellions. God damn it. All right. I told him let them die, but that was after he gets in and sees the main base. If he had seen these robos, he would have known, oh, I should probably make, a bunch of different units, not just... Alright, so he's got 2 barracks, one barracks, 1 starport on the way. Don't know, I'm gonna have to talk to him about that, but definitely want to see a lot more barracks than starport coming up. I like the placement of the siege tank, very good spot. 3 zealots coming in. I don't know what he's thinking he's gonna do with those, but he's sending them in anyway. Still making Marines. Another siege tank on the way. Still hasn't built an add-on for that starport, but he's making some. What is going on? He's making more SCVs, and these zealots are just gonna run in and die. Okay, so not gonna kill a single thing with those zealots. 300 minerals down the drain. It looks like Garrett's going for a much more standard build. Well, not standard. Never mind. He's going for a ground build, I will say, instead of the standard air we've seen him go. Fox building Vikings for no reason whatsoever. Not going to do a single thing against this army. If anything, he would definitely want Liberators. But again, the add-ons, dude. The add-ons. You need to have the add-ons. You're making Vikings. Why? You know what? Why? What? What is going on? All right, I had to leave the room for a solid 10 seconds, breathe, come back, and look at this. Meanwhile, this is, we got +1 coming in for Garrett. Bunch of gateways coming down. This looks like it's going to be a timing attack. At least that's what I'm looking at. I don't know if he realizes that that's what that is, but he is going for a timing attack. We'll see if he actually follows up with that. Fox building Vikings for absolutely no reason. So that's cool. Finally, building an add-on. Got a reactor instead of Tech Lab. I'll take it. Garrett expanding to fucking... Oh my god. Just expanding to over here for some reason. Even though there's bases here and here. But you know what? Why not? Why not? Oh man. So we have another reactor coming down. Got more barracks on the way. So I like the production. He's got production. It's good. Like, that's good. But he needs to keep up with his supply so that he can keep up with what he's doing. It looks like he's about to not move out. So I would really like it if Garrett just went and attacked, because he is in such a huge position. If he moved out right, well, he should have moved out about 10, 20 seconds ago, to not 20, but like 10 seconds ago to meet this timing, and go ahead and kill him, finish him off. It looks like Fox is about to move out right now with only 2 of the 5 tanks. Lovely. And Vikings, because, you know, you need Vikings to kill the nothing. Yeah, nothing's there that needs Vikings. So anyway, going for that Temple Archives to go for the Storms. We're going to see the +1 is now finished. Got some probes transferring over here. Third base is going to be saturated soon. Fox not building the refineries, or wait, that's what they're called. Yeah, refineries. Just got some units sitting in the middle of the map for no reason. Not building his add-ons here. He's supply blocked again, I believe. Oh, never mind, no he's not. But he's making sure he doesn't get supply blocked. This poor SUV is stuck, but little does he know he can lower those. More Vikings, because, you know, that's what we need in life. We need more Vikings. But this army is going to do absolutely nothing. I just want to point out. Gonna go look. Oh, no third. Okay, you know what? No, siege up if you're gonna, no. Okay, he does siege up. These tanks are gonna do a lot of damage because they're on the, Is he gonna go attack? Please go attack. Please. Yes, he's gonna go attack. Alright, Garrett, going to push out with his this is a nice army, I will say. He needs a lot more zealots, but this is a really good army, I will say that. He committed to it. He committed to the double. He's going for the Colossi. He's going for the, you know, he's going up with what he's got. A bunch of zealots are still at home. He should have definitely made a warp prism though to follow up. If you're ever going to do a ground army, you definitely want that warp prism to follow up with it. He's also supply blocked, not really paying attention to that part because he is busy attacking. However, I'm not sure if it will matter at this point because okay, oh no, yep, don't want to do that. But Fox is moving out. This is not the time to move out. You need to move back up that ramp, buddy. There you go. So Fox did move up the ramp. Okay, well, that's not what you need to do. Fox did look at this base and didn't see a third. So I guess technically the mind game paid off. And, you know, I can't hate it. I can't hate on it anymore. It worked out pretty well. Meanwhile, Colossi are being built. He is supply blocked, though, so he might want to fix that real quick. Garrett is up about 15 supply, 14 army supply, and he is up +1 upgrades. He's building Archon, like he's got Archons Immortals. He just needs the Zealots, because the Zealots are what tank the damage, but it looks like he's instead just going to walk up the ramp, take out the third base. Nothing Fox can do about this. Fox cannot move out of this position. He is full turtle turn, but I don't think he knows that. Garrett is going to, uh-oh. I don't think it's going to matter, though. That's so many Immortals with +1. These Marines can't do anything. Okay, I told him not to drop the Vikings. Chat, you heard me. I said don't drop the Vikings. What did he do? He dropped the Vikings. Meanwhile, not producing a single thing, but he has plenty of minerals and plenty of gas to make things with. 34 and 8, 16 and 6. He is in a very, very bad situation. I do like that he did move up his tanks. This is a really good spot. He's moving deliberate like this. I like this move. He's defending. He's just in a very bad situation, especially since Garrett's full third. Garrett needs to expand to another base now. But I definitely, okay, too many robos, but I like the dedication. Rocks are taken down, that's really good. He's keeping Fox back. And looks like he's just kind of choking him off, getting for Storm, going for that armor upgrade. He already has +2 finished, I believe. And Fox definitely desperately needs to expand. If he doesn't expand within the next couple of minutes, he is done. There's no way he can come back from this game. Garrett checking the base before he heads out and heads home. These Zealots here, Colossi, Stalkers, I'm actually liking this. This is a pretty decent thing. I would definitely reckon at least gold, maybe gold 2, gold 1. Liberator going to zone him out. I like this placement. He's got the Liberator zone out. Don't run back in there. No, you know what? Actually, just go for the base. Go for the base. Go for the base. Go for... No. Alright, well, he gets 2 tanks. If anything, just go for the base. He wasn't... I don't think he was going to get it. Garrett's going to get the expansion. That's good. Fox is able to hold down this expansion. He doesn't have the units, though. These tanks are all he's got, really. The Liberators, the tanks. He's just full Turtle Terran. And I know that's everyone's least favorite type of Terran, but he's going full Turtle Terran because that's all he can do right now. He's got to get the production up. Terran does have mules. Unfortunately, Fox not actually using them. But, you know, Terran has them. Hopefully he'll drop them all on this base so he can start getting that mineral stuff going. Garrett going for a 5th as well. So he's really keeping up with his supply, his economy. He's only got 5 gateways, though. He needs to have at least, I would say at least 10 at this point, maybe 12 for constant warp-ins. He's going for resonating glaives for some reason because, you know, all those adepts that he's got, yep, got to have those. Doesn't look like much is going on anymore. Again, I don't think he knows that, like, now it's okay to have Vikings, I will say, but he needs medevacs as well. I don't mind the Vikings because of the Colossi, but I don't think Fox knows that those are Colossi coming out. A lot of Colossi Immortals coming out. I'm not against this, too many forges, but Garrett going for the mass upgrades. Fox, again, seems to have forgotten to make an engineering bay that I keep telling him about. I'm not sure if he knows what it is, to be honest, to be fair to him, and give him credit for that. Fox establishing his 3rd. Definitely needs to go for that 4th base, though, because he's desperately behind and is going to fall even further behind, especially as these bases are going down for Garrett. Worker count is actually up for BearGrizz, Fox, but not doing very well, though, since they're all on the same base right here. So, looks like, yes, okay, so we do have more gateways coming down. That's good. So we got the transfer of probes, a bunch of units. Looks like Fox is getting ready to move out. Now, my issue with this is Fox should be the one staying back, building up his army, just teching up to whatever he can to get ahead of Garrett. The main issue is he keeps attacking. If he keeps attacking like this, he's just going to keep running in and losing the progress he's built. Right now, he needs to be throwing down 2, 3 more bases and just starting to get that economy going so he can get something out. Getting more barracks, getting more, like another factory, getting, you know, just getting more units. Go up to battle cruisers, stuff like that. Getting those upgrades, you know, you need upgrades. Looks like Fox is about to head in. Garrett going for +3/+3 attack and shields. Oh, that's a huge warp in. That's going to go in straight and die immediately. These Templar need to back up, but it doesn't matter. These Zealots are going to walk on in, take the brunt of the damage. These Colossi, he needs to get some huge hits on, and he's going to. These tanks are not even sieged up. He's going to get a huge choke. Huge storms on the units of Fox. Medevacs going down. Siege tanks just now sieging up, but it's not going to matter. Everything is going to go down, and we'll see. Garrett should be able to push ahead and take the game. 1 warp prism already up here. Let's see if he warps into some Zealots. And he's going to. Huge warp in here coming up. Well, I guess only 8 units, but, you know, it's what he's got. +3 is about to finish for Garrett. +1 shield even on the way, because you don't really need that, but it's coming. Liberator is going to do some damage. Doesn't kill anything. Fox, unfortunately, all of his tanks are over here. And some Zealots going to run on in. Kill a bunch of the stuff. This Liberator is doing a decent amount of damage, though. Garrett finally sending his actual army in. Tank's going to go down. This base is going to go down, and this is looking very bad. Unless Fox needs to move up these siege tanks and really send them into the position. This Liberator goes down, and that was the last bastion, really, that Garrett had to defend. That Fox had to defend against this, and this is looking like it's going to be game taken by Garrett, taking it to a 4-1 victory. These siege tanks, however, are shelling a lot of damage out, doing a lot of damage, but I don't think it's enough. Still, this warp prism is here. I don't think he's really realizing that he can warp in those zealots. Gonna realize there's not another base there. There was no fourth. And there's some probes here for some reason. So Vikings here. Fox scans for the first time in this entire series. Fox scans and is going to have these tanks are going to be able to hold him back for a little bit. Garrett not warping any more units in for some reason. I don't know why. But I think Garrett's looking for an expansion, and he's going to realize that this is all he has left. Fox is completely out of production, out of gathering. Fox, that 700 minerals, that's it. He can build another base, but I don't think it will be enough. These zealots are going to... Uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 no. A huge storm coming down, and that is going to take this game to its end. Fox definitely needed to keep up on this high ground, build another base, send it over here for all, like, you know, all that matters. Like, just send it somewhere. These tanks are still trying to do some damage, though. Garrett needs to get up this ramp. Just get up the ramp. Make units! Make units! Get up the ramp, though. This tank's going to go down. He's not going to be able to kill the other tank yet because he can't see it, but he's going to storm all of these SCVs, doing so much damage. The Immortals trying to run up the ramp. This siege tank is doing so much damage. It has 17 kills. These SCVs are going to go down. Not really what you need to target, though, since they're not doing anything. Another scan, just in case something's going a little strange. But here comes some more zealots. Garrett's entire army was actually taken down. But he's got more zealots. He's going to send those guys in there as well. Take out the reinforcement marines. This siege tank has done so much work this game. If only it was able to continue. He needs... No. Okay, well, he's going to send them on in. Garrett... Well, he's still producing. He just now started producing more Colossi and Immortals in his base. Got some Stalkers back there. Gonna be taking out these SCVs as well. Viking tries to land to do some damage. And that's gonna be GG. Garrett taking the entire series 4-1. And we're gonna go in and have a real quick discussion with both of them. See how they felt. And I'll bring them right on in real quick.
I feel like I learned a lot from playing that, at least.
How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Good. I learned a lot, and I won a game at least.
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend both of you go back and watch if not now, watch the replay once the stream is over, and just gonna check out, because I said a lot about what both of you were doing, so you'll definitely be able to learn a lot from that as well. I will say, Fox, you did definitely improve over the 5 games that you even played just then. Your APM shot up from like 60 to like 90, so you're more confident in what you're doing. Just need to know what to build and when to build it, and I do explain that in the you'll see that in the replay. So definitely check that stuff out. I gotta go eat before my tournament.
Alright, peace, dude. Good luck.
Yeah, I'll see you guys later.
See ya.
All right, thank you guys for watching this show match, 2-hour long show match between these two amazing players. Shout out to both Garrett and Fox. They're my teammates, and I love playing beside them. But I have to go eat because within 1 hour we will be coming back for the Overwatch tournament. We'll be starting the stream again, and we'll be streaming from 8 to about probably 10:30 EST for that matchup against 2 different colleges. So we'll see you guys then.